Hello everyone, how are ya? Today we're at pattern-collections.com where I always am. I'm on a website, not on an app. There is no app. Just go to the website. You'll find this exact same thing. I'm going to go to Pattern Focus. I'm going to scroll down past February because I'm not doing February prompts today. I am doing January prompts. Yes, I'm doing January prompts. I'm drawing in February, doing January prompts, and you will see this in March. It's how it works. So, this week is water. Because of the way I'm doing back to basics lessons and pattern lessons, we only get to do one of them this week. And I found the most exciting one was this one, Elvis Emo Fish. What the heck? And Mimi has already done a video on it. Check hers out. It's awesome. Click on here. It is inspired by the pattern called Emo Ball, which we will be doing next week. Yes, we will be doing next week. I've already planned that out. But this one just was so fun. Hilarious. Look at that little guy. That's where we're aiming for. We're aiming for little singing Elvis fish. Absolutely hilarious. And I'm excited to try it. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is the little lips. We want to do a little heart shape. And then we want to do an aura around that heart shape, leaving a space on that aura. See how it's not all the way filled in there? Then we're going to do a crescent for the lips. Now if you do this all going this direction, obviously your fish will be pointing that way. If you do your heart the other way, your fish will be pointing this way. So we're going to do the top of the head. Don't connect it to here. Leave a space. Then we're going to do a little eye shape, whatever shape that happens to be for you. Doesn't have to be this shape. It could be a big round shape if you want. And then we're going to come up here with a loop, and then we're going to aura that. And then we're going to do some feathering all the way down this crescent shape right here. Give us that fishy Elvis hair. My word. Trash can. Trash guy is out there just jiggling and wiggling the trash everywhere. Okay, so then we're going to do these shapes. This is a simple curve upward from about halfway, not quite halfway there. A curve this way, leave this gap, and a curve this way. 3 little curves. Simple. They don't have to be exactly the same shape as these because, you know, these are organic shapes. Then we're going to put a little triangular V shape here, a little V shape there, and a couple of fin shapes at the end. Now, I really like on the sample how they did striping. I think that really makes it even more Elvis-y. So, and I like how she's done it in a circle and the background, and this is just so much fun. So this is where we're going with this. I'm going to do it on a blue piece of paper because that just seems fitting. This particular paper is not overly large. It's where'd my people always ask me, what size are you working on? It's about 4 1/4 by 4. Because I use just, I buy the scrap packs of scrapbooking paper. They come in a pack. I get them at Hobby Lobby. I've seen them at Michael's. They probably have them at Joann's as well, but I don't really shop at Joann's. It's not the closest store to me, and to be honest, in my area, it is just a disaster of a store. So I just don't tend to shop there unless I happen to be down there. I think I may do a circle. I like the idea of putting this in a circle. I think today I'm going to use my compass because I don't really have any particular idea of size. I'm going to do it about this size. Why I put that there, I don't rightly know, but I did. Actually, you know what? I might... That's okay. It's fine. It's fine where it is. I'm going to draw today with... I'm going to use a Copic .2 Copic multiliner. And I'm going to start with one of them going this direction. And I'm going to put a little heart right there. Actually, that's a weird... It's kind of going upward, but that's okay. Upward's fine. And then I'm going to do this aura like so. And I want to fill this in. Like so. And then I'm going to go this way. Like so. The next step is to put an eye. I want to try... Well, I'm going to go ahead and do the eye like they have, which is one of these. And right up top here, we're going to go up with a loop. And then we're going to make an aura like so. And then we're going to do feathering, coming downward, getting progressively smaller as we come down the head. Like so. So far so good. Then we want to do a little swoopy upward, a little swoopy downward, and leave a space and come up here. Then here we want to do a V shape with one behind and a little tail shape back here. Perfect. Alrighty then. Let's do another one. With a different shaped heart. Like so. And then like that. Oh, that's an angry one. Oh well. It's all right. this one's going to go curving this way. And a curve coming this way. And his little front fin goes this way. Comes all the way up to there with another little backward one there, like that. Okay, I have 2 of them. I think 2 is plenty for this particular page. And you know what? I don't like my circle exactly where I've got it. So I'm going to erase that. I think 2 is good. Normally I would put 3 of whatever the pattern is. I do think I need 3. Let's do another one going this direction, but small. And maybe swimming upward. That one's got quite the eye. It's got eyelashes. And it's hiding behind this other one, sort of. Like so. With okay, that one's in a really weird position. I did not do that one right at all. But we're going to kind of disguise it. Let's disguise that one. She's having a moment, that one. Alrighty then. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide one a little bit bigger. Oh, a little bit bigger and a little bit more centered. I don't think I'm centered. I'm not centered. I need to find the middle of my page. What am I doing? I don't really know what I'm doing. I am just playing. Let me find the middle of my page. It's going to be somewhere in here. It's going to be more like right there. That's why I'm so far off. Okay, let's try again. Middle of my page is more like that. Maybe a little bit bigger. Okay. So what am I doing? I am going to find my brush pen. And I'm going to make myself a border. Like that. Like my border. Erase those lines that were not correct. I am going to put bubbles, I think. Even this one's going to have bubbles coming up over the top of this guy. Something like that. I need some over here because I've got this weird splotch on my paper where my fingers make it a fingerprint. I don't know what that is. Maybe you can just fill in with bubbles. All right. I'm happy with that. Now I want to go ahead and make striping. Let's see. Okay. Now I can color those in. I use my brush pen to color in here. And I'm going to leave a little highlight right in the middle. With my striping like that. All right, while I'm doing this, I'm going to answer a question out of the book. If you could have one composer from history write a symphony for you, who would it be? I don't know very many composers. I don't know. Sorry to say I'm not very musically inclined, and composers just don't come leaping to mind. I mean, the only really composer that comes to mind is like Tchaikovsky, but I don't even know if I like that work. Mozart, maybe? I don't know. Is there a modern historical composer? Because it doesn't have to be... composer doesn't necessarily mean classical music, does it? Like maybe, who was the composer of those musicals, like The Music Man? Who was that? Because that would be more my style, rather than classical. Although I do like classical music, but it's just not my go-to. But when you say composer, like the first thing that came into my head was that it had to be classical. That's interesting, because it doesn't, I don't believe it has to be. It's anybody who composes music, right? Could be even, I want a little bit more right there. Could be jazz. Could be anything. Ooh. Now that I start thinking about composers and jazz and different eras. Although they say it's symphony. It says symphony, so it's not just any music. It would be symphonic music. Oops, I didn't do that right. Which would pretty much... Symphonies are mostly classical. I don't know. I don't know enough about music and music history and musicians to make an informed decision. I'm just not good enough for that. So I'm going to have to leave that as I don't really have any idea. Oh, that's cute. He's cute. I want to put a little bit more zig in his zag here. Okay. I'm gonna look it up. Now it's gonna drive me crazy. Famous composers of symphonies. Beethoven, Mozart, Haydn, Schumann, Mahler, Brahms. Oh, I know Brahms. Stravinsky, Bruckner, Liszt, Wagner, Rachmaninoff. Leonard Bernstein. Now Bernstein sounds like somebody that is more contemporary, not quite as old. Probably has songs that I would appreciate. American classic, Leonard Bernstein. What kind of compositions? The best of Bernstein. Can span the bridge between classical, popular, opera, and theater. I'm going down a rabbit hole. I'm sorry, folks. You guys can fast forward past my rabbit hole. Bernstein sounds familiar, like I should know his works for some reason. About. Where's about? Let's composer, resting place. Oh, he's known for the Broadway work of West Side Story. Yes. Okay. Then I choose Bernstein because it's something I recognize. I'm a plebe, I know. I know. Okay, next question. If you were to receive a letter today from anyone you have known during your lifetime, who would it be from and what would it say? If I were to receive a letter today, from anyone who's still alive or someone I've known in my lifetime who is no longer with us that I would like to hear from? Two different questions, isn't it? Let me see what the next question is, because oftentimes when I do something like that, it would... No, the next question doesn't have to do with somebody I know. It has to do with a famous person. So I would like just a newsy letter from my grandma, just telling me about her day. I used to get these lovely letters from my grandma. I miss her terribly. Oh, now I'm going to start to cry. Wow. No, I didn't expect that. But yeah. My grandma. I would like to hear from Grandma. She was a lovely lady. Immigrated to the United States when she was a teenager from Norway. Worked very hard as a worker in the big house of a famous large mansion in Duluth. If you're from Duluth, you know where she worked. There's really only one famous large mansion in Duluth. She always spoke highly of her time when she worked there. And then when she got here, she found another lovely Norwegian man to marry. My grandpa. And because I always thought they came over together later, but they didn't. They met each other here in the United States. And she always would sing to me this lullaby in Norwegian. I have no idea what she was actually saying because I didn't know what the words meant, but she would sing to me. And then she sang to my son. I want to hear that song. Why am I feeling so nostalgic all of a sudden? Wow, I'm getting teary. There are things that just hit you really deep, you know? Grandmas can be one of those things. Finish with this guy's back tail fin. Then I can come through with some shading, a little bit of white to just give us some pops, right? Oh, aren't they cute? It's a lovely little trio. Let's do a little bit of shading with, where is my shading pencil? There's one. This will work. Ooh, this is a soft pencil. I chose a soft one. Okay. A little bit of blending. I think this one here, he's a little annoyed that this one has gone rogue. She's gone a little flamboyant on him, and he's not happy with that. Elvis is flamboyant, and he likes his flamboyance, but she went even over the top for him with the big giant eyelashes and the funky shape of her body. Okay. Now we need, what do we need? Of course we do. We need some white. Okay, here we go. Let's start with the bubbles. People will ask me what white pencil I'm using. This particular one is a Faber-Castell white pencil. I have used Prismacolor white pencils. I've used Derwent white pencils. Doesn't really matter. Any good quality white pencil will work. And I mean good quality. What I don't like is those cheapo, almost no color pencils that you get like from the dollar store. To me, those aren't. aren't good enough quality. But that being said, if that's all you can afford, absolutely use them. They can work. They just won't give you the nice pigment that these ones do. These ones really give you a really nice, brilliant white. They'll be a little more soft, a little more chalky, which is not my favorite. Look at all that white. I love it. Gives me just so much pleasure to add the white to these kinds of works. Just makes them pop. Am I done? I think so. A little bit right there. A little bit right there. Give her some dimension. Okay, I'm happy with those. Let's sign it off. This was Elvis Fish. Elvis fish. Aren't they cute? Those are absolutely delightful. I'm super happy with those. I knew I was going to have fun. But even this funky one, she makes me happy. All right, you guys have a great day. I will see you on the next video, which will be a back to basics lesson, because this was a pattern, so that's how it's going to go. Back to basics, pattern, back to basics, pattern. We're going to continue on until we finish the grid journey. At the end of the grid journey, then I'll go back to just doing patterns, because we will be pretty much finished with the lessons that we have, which will bring us through almost 3 whole months, which is a lot of lessons, considering that I don't feel like I'm a teacher, but I'm doing lessons, so I guess now I am a teacher. But anyway, neither here nor there. You guys have a blessed day. Go out and do something nice for someone today. Make the world a better place. One person, one smile at a time. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.